I am one of Haley's clients, and I actually asked if I could make this video for her because she has made such a huge impact in my life. So if you're viewing this, you're probably thinking about coming to her and wondering how it's going to help you. And I just wrote down a couple of notes of the things that it's actually done for me personally. But 5 things where hypnosis has worked for me, where other things that I've tried didn't necessarily work. And mine is specific to weight loss, but I can tell you that I've worked with several areas with Haley. So even if you're not thinking weight loss, it will work in other areas as well. But one, it's fast. It works really fast. 2, it's effortless. Like it's so easy. 3, I feel like a different person than I did before. And I'll touch on each one of these areas in just a second. But 4, it's not unpleasant. It's like self-care, quite honestly. It's like a self-care session. And then 5, I'm actually saving money doing this. So let me talk about each one of those. So 1, I said it's immediate. And when I say immediate, I mean immediate. I knew there's been sessions where I knew within 20 steps of her door that what she had worked with me on had worked. If it wasn't that immediate, it was within the next day when I visited a grocery store and realized that my brain is actually thinking much differently about food than it did the day before. So very fast. As far as it's effortless, with food for me, it used to feel like an uphill battle. I felt deprived. I felt like sometimes there was hours where I was like, okay, I avoided sweets for an hour. Like it was down to that kind of feeling. And now the only analogy I can think to tell you is it's so effortless that sometimes I haven't even realized I've done it. There's been days where I have skipped candy all day long, which never happened before. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't had a piece of candy today. And not only that, I didn't think about it. It's like before I was driving a boat into a wave and just crashing over and over. And now it's like turning the boat around and going with the tide. And it's just seamless. So that has been huge for me. Then it gets better with time too. Well, let's back up a little bit. It's not unpleasant. Like I think some people think that they're going to come in here. They're going to lose time. They're not going to know what was going on. They could be brainwashed. None of that happens. It's actually a very pleasant experience. I actually look forward to my appointments because it's like, oh, this is one more area where I'm going to be able to dial this in by the time I've left. So I love that I come here and it almost feels like a self-care appointment. There's a lot of times I've told her, I'm like, I leave here and I feel like I've had a massage. Like you're just very relaxed when you leave. You're in control. You know what's going on. You hear everything, but you leave and just feel so much better. And then, this is probably the most important one for me. I feel like a different person. I feel like I actually have control over my life now, whereas before it was like I was at the mercy of food. And now I just feel completely different. I feel lighter mentally. I feel lighter physically. I'm definitely lighter physically. And I just feel more hopeful in life. So that for me, this is the golden part of hypnotherapy for me, is that I don't feel like I'm just running through life at the mercy of everyone and everything else around me. Like I've actually got some skin in the game now. And then 5, at least for me with food, it's actually saved me money. I'm not buying all the garbage at the grocery store. I'm not going to drive-through windows and getting several items. If I go to a drive-through window, I get one, or I'm skipping the drive-through altogether. But either way, I'm starting to realize there's a cost savings to this too, just because I'm not buying a bunch of garbage. So for me, those are the 5 things where I think hypnotherapy has really added value to my life.